All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about what update was provided by Steven Espinoza of Showtime on the Errol Spence Jr. Terence Crawford fight. Sounds pretty good, but let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be in the 147-pound division, giving an update because a lot of people ask me what the newest update is, what's the latest that I've heard on the Errol Spence Jr. Terence Crawford negotiation / saga, and got some new input from Steven Espinoza, who is the president of Showtime Sports. I do believe that's his title. If I got that wrong, no disrespect intended. But before I get into that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are a longtime subscriber or a new subscriber, supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much for your continued support. There's a new way that you can support on the channel. It's called Super Thanks. You see a little heart down below. If you feel like tipping your hat to the channel, would be greatly appreciated. Goes towards allowing us to continue to put videos up. Also, if you're new to the channel, accept my invitation to hit that subscribe button and join the boxing community for the videos that we put out on a daily basis in the live stream format and in the video format. Almost always having a lot of really good conversations, and definitely make sure you check out the live streams in the morning, because that's where we talk about pretty much everything going on in boxing, where we talk about specific issues in videos like this. So in this particular video, we are talking again about the biggest fight, or the best fight. Let me use that phrase. Best fight in boxing that can be made, in my opinion, and that is the Errol Spence Jr. Terence Crawford fight for the undisputed championship at 147 pounds. Been talked about a lot. A lot of speculation about when the fight is going to take place, if the fight is going to take place, what these fighters are going to do. Whole bunch of conversations, very good, fun conversations to me about who would win the fight, right? But as of right now, no real true closure or visibility into what's happening. Now, just this week, the day before yesterday, I'm making this video on September 3rd. So the date of this interview was September 1st on a very, very good space on Twitter called Chicken Talk. Now, if you're not familiar with Chicken Talk, make sure that you go look that up on Twitter, and you'll be able to pull it up and get into a group where you can listen to them. They bring on a lot of very, very experienced and high profile people in there, from the boxing industry. Heard Steven Espinoza on there, Leonard Ellerbe on there, a bunch of different people have come on there. Great show. Unfortunately, the space is not up anymore, so you really can't hear the interview. So Steven Espinoza in that interview was asked about the Errol Spence Jr. Terence Crawford fight, and the tone, as I'm told, was very, very positive, and that said that he was still very optimistic that the fight could take place. Did not feel like, that this was something that could not be worked out. But they were still, chugging ahead on the negotiations, and he looks forward to that fight being made. Now, I can't tell you whether he is being, politically correct or not, or what have you. Can't say that at all, because I don't know what else he would say. When you're still in the middle of trying to figure out how a fight could be made. He had said in the past that he felt that there was a better than 50% chance that the fight could happen this year. Now, if the fight doesn't happen this year, that doesn't mean the fight can't happen in January, February, right? Something like that. Obviously, everybody that has been associated with this fight has said that the money, that the main issue with the fight was related to the money. Now, if they've gotten past the money and there's some other small issues, that would be really good news. However, from what I'd heard, and I'm not talking about inside sources or anything like that, I'm talking about readily publicly available people and statements like what Terence Crawford has said, what Steven Espinoza said had said in the past previous to this interview. right? And what common sense would tell you, what Tim Smith from the PBC had said almost a year ago about what he thought the problem would be making the fight. But hopefully, Stephen Espinoza, his optimism will carry the day, and they will make the fight. If they make the fight, it should be a very, very good fight. If they can't make the fight, and this is where I am on this is a section of the video where I tell you what my personal opinion on it is. My personal opinion is that if they do not make this fight, if they cannot get this fight done for October, for this year. Now, the newest rumors are that they're looking at that the date would be November 19th. I have a hard time believing that. It's not out of the realm of possibility, right? Definitely not outside the realm of possibility. You have October, November. This is September 3rd. So you would have 4 weeks, 8 weeks. 12 weeks for a 12-week training camp pushes it into December. So it's kind of hard for me to see it happening if these guys are going to have an actual 12-week training camp and some type of publicity before it. But, hey, man, you never know, man. They may decide to cut their training camps down to 8 weeks, right? But whatever the case is, I hope that these guys fight this year, whether they fight one another or not. There are other really good matchups that can be made for entertaining fights for fight fans that kind of keep the ball rolling, right? Now, one of the problems with this fight is, that the fight is very big to hardcore boxing fans, but it's not as big to casual boxing fans as, some of the other big fights that that have been in the past that have been not even as good a fight in, as far as a technical fight in the ring. I don't want to say technical fight in the ring. That's probably not the right way to say it. What real boxing aficionados and real boxing nerds really want to see, right? Because we keep track of most every top-notch fighter. We watch every top-notch fighter's fight. We know who the best, generally speaking, who the best, fighters are in the divisions, right? So we see all kind of different matchups that intrigue us that the average fan, who only maybe watches 1 or 2 boxing matches a year, if that, but always watch the really big ones when they get publicized. You know what I mean? Kind of like tennis players that only watch Serena Williams in the finals of a major championship, something like that, right? Like, oh, we love tennis when it's Serena Williams in the finals, but if she's not in the finals, we're not watching, I watch, but they're not watching, or if she's not, or if she's not in the finals, they're not paying any attention to any of the major things. Or people are with golf, where if Tiger Woods is if Tiger Woods is playing, then they're watching. But if Tiger Woods is not playing, he gets injured, they're not going to watch They're not going to watch a golf tournament, a golf match until he shows back up. So those type of people, are probably not, or have not been, the ones that I know that fit that category, have just not been that intrigued about the fight. But it's a big fight for us, and it's definitely one that I hope gets made. I just think that there is still, the idea in the participants' mind that fight could really be, like the Mayweather-Pacquiao type of situation, and it's probably not. But I do feel eventually these guys are going to fight, whether it's this, not saying it's not going to happen this year or early next year, but I just want these guys, man, I would rather see them fight somebody and then go back to the negotiation table than to see them just wait around on that fight, because that's just one less fight, real occasion for us to see really good fighters in the ring. And I don't think either one of those guys are really in danger of losing to anybody else in that division, except for maybe, the young fighter coming out of Philadelphia, Jaron Ennis, which more than likely would not be that next fight. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.